I hope that that could be true for the country that I live in one day. So good morning and welcome to the vlog. It's another amazingly sunny day in Helsinki, Finland. Today I'm going to Estonia on the ferry and I'm quite excited about that. I think the world is such an interesting place and I want to visit loads of countries and see what it's like. I watch lots of travel vlogs on YouTube and think, oh, look at that country, it's so interesting, I'd love to go there, I'd love to go there. And today I have this opportunity to go to Estonia, and it's just a 2.5 hour ferry ride from Helsinki, Finland. So yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Check-in done, and now I'm going up the escalators, I guess, to go to the boat. It's all very exciting. So I turned around to put my passport in my bag, and when I stood up again, I was at the front of the queue for getting on the ferry, so that was cool. And here we go. When we were kids, we spent quite a few of our summer holidays in France and we went on the cross-channel ferry. But this boat seems huge. I don't know if I maybe don't remember the cross-channel ferries well enough. The ferries I've been on in recent years have been in Croatia, and those ones are really small in comparison to this. I'm out on the sun deck because it's a lovely sunny day, and who wants to be inside, even though there's like restaurants and cafes and who knows what inside, shops and everything. But yeah. Well, you can see Helsinki behind us, and you can see a tower of yellow smoke, which is the pollution from our boat. That's a bit gross. So there's still 40 minutes until we're due to arrive in Tallinn, but you can see land already. So here we are. The boat has arrived in Tallinn and it's time to go inside to go down the stairs and find the way off the boat. That was our boat. So I'm out of the port and going towards the medieval old town. I've got about an hour and a half before I can check into my hotel, and just entered into the old town through the gate. And so far I'm pretty impressed with Tallinn. The old town is really quite amazing. I didn't really know what to film and what not to film, and I didn't really know what to say, like, oh look, here's a nice building, oh here's another nice building. So I didn't film anything, but I will go back and film some stuff, and maybe we can just have music over it, because I don't really need to say anything that spectacular. But now I've arrived at my hotel, and I think that's going to be something very interesting to see as well. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's a hotel inside an old bus depot made out of shipping containers. And now we're going to take a look inside. Very nice and comfy looking bed. A desk which I've already made messy by putting all my stuff on it. A bathroom. So Tallinn is one of the best preserved medieval cities in Northern Europe. So most of this city was built between the 13th and 16th century. It's been occupied and ruled by various different kingdoms at different times, including Denmark, Sweden, Germany and Russia. What's special about it is that although it's obviously changed over the centuries, it's retained its shape and structure from the 13th century until today. And you can see behind me these towers. There used to be around 40 to 45 towers around the city, and now there's 26 of them still left. If you know me, you know that I don't really like heights, and like narrow, steep staircases are not my favourite thing. But I figured out the best way to see this city is from above. We live in a medieval city, but this is a medieval city on a whole nother level. I've climbed up 5 of these towers in the last 2 days, and I've also climbed up the church steeple of St. Olav's Church just now. So you can just see behind me there, that church tower, and that was so high up, I was shaking at the top. I did try to take some video, but I couldn't speak or anything because I was just so shaking. And Yeah, I probably need to sit down and recover now. So this is something I haven't seen so far in Tallinn, and that is evidence of Soviet architecture. Estonia was part of the USSR, the former Soviet Union. Obviously, the things that we've been taught, at least in the UK, about the Soviet Union is that it was a very oppressive regime. There was no freedom of speech and freedom of expression. To think that this city, which seems so full of life, so prosperous, was part of such a regime not really that long ago. It's amazing. I read something that in 1991, when they gained independence, less than half the population had a telephone line in their house. And now Estonia is the most digitally advanced country in the world. It's a world leader in technology, online connectivity, digital services, all of that kind of stuff. It's amazing to see that a country that was under oppression can gain independence and become a flourishing place. And I hope that that could be true for the country that I live in one day. With independence for Bosnia and Herzegovina came a war that had awful consequences, and as a result the country is still in a bad state. Most people see there's little hope for the future. There's no sense of creativity, of a drive to make for a better life. Most people leave the country to have a better life, and there's very much a victim mentality, which is not surprising, seeing as so many people are victims of war and just awful things. But this city was under oppression as well, a different kind of oppression. It wasn't a war, but it was cut off from the rest of the world, or from the Western world at least. But somehow when it gained independence, it had some kind of momentum, some kind of desire to move forward, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's plenty of things here that are far from perfect, as there are in every country, but there's definitely a sense here that this country is flourishing and that people are looking to the future. Just that sense of positivity of looking to the future is a really amazing thing to see in a country that not so long ago was under an oppressive regime. And I hope that that's a message of hope for other countries in a similar situation, and I hope that one day Bosnia and Herzegovina will be a country that's flourishing once again. Just boarded the ferry for the trip back to Helsinki, so we'll end the vlog here, and thanks very much for watching. Please give us a big thumbs up for exploring new cities and new countries. Please like or subscribe and leave a comment or question if you want to know more, and remember that together we do adventure, and we'll see you next time.